Ladies and gentlemen, whether you like it or not, I'm back. And let this be a message to you, Knowles. You can try to beat us, but we aren't stopping for nothing. Bring it on. Hills Gang movement, baby!
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Morris Hills. Today is Friday, September 16th, and this is Nighttime in the Morning.
In class news, senior makeup and retake pictures will be taken next Thursday and Friday, September 22nd and 23rd. This is the last time seniors can have their photos taken at school. If you are doing a makeup, you should have received an appointment card in the mail from Laura Studios. If you did not receive an appointment, or if you want a retake, you must call Laura Studios for an appointment at the number listed below. The cost of a retake is $10. There is no cost for a makeup. See your bulletin board outside of the library for more information.
ID cards for seniors only will be giving out during all lunch blocks on Tuesday. Underclassmen ID cards will be given out when we receive them later in the month.
Attention freshmen, class of 2020 apparel is now on sale. Go to the website listed below to order t-shirts, hoodies, and sweats. All proceeds benefit the freshman class, so order your gear before the sale ends next Friday.
Attention juniors, don't forget to buy your class shirt for Battle of the Classes. Orders are due this Friday to Mrs. Dalton in room 201, Ms. Pankowski in 113, or Mrs. Jackson in 129.
Attention all seniors who plan on parking on campus this school year. If you have not yet completed a mandatory safe driving class with Officer Haig, you will have the opportunity on Tuesday, September 20th at 7 p.m., Saturday, September 24th at 10 a.m., or Wednesday, October 5th at 7 p.m. All students wishing to purchase a parking decal must attend one of these seminars with a parent or guardian.
In school news, there will be no computers blocks 2, 3A, and 4 in the library.
Attention Knights Templar. If you did not pick up your robe already, see Miss Diachille in the choir room before the end of the day. Call time for tonight is at 6:15 p.m. at Gifford Field for the singing of the national anthem. Be sure to bring your robe.
In sports news, attention all wrestlers and students interested in wrestling this season. If you are not doing a fall sport, there are lifts after school every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 3:15 to 4 p.m. Meet in the wrestling room with Mr. DiMaselli.
Attention Mars Hills, are you ready for the Red Out? You can buy your official Red Out t-shirt during lunch day from the Football Booster Club for $10. Wear your shirt to tonight's game on Gifford Field at 7 p.m. Help us Red Out Mars Knowles and be a part of Friday Night Lights. Go Hills!
All fall athletes may pick up the free game pass in the athletic office during their lunch or after school.
Volunteer varsity club members are needed to work the concession stand tonight. Please see Miss Kellner in athletics or Miss O'Connell in room 109.
In clubs news, attention all NEHS members. Because there are no late buses on Friday, the meeting is now moved to Thursday, September 22nd at 7:40 a.m. and 3:05 p.m. in room 243. All members must attend one of the two meetings.
The first meeting of the academic decathlon will be after school on Tuesday in room 106. New members are welcome. Thank you, Mars Hills. I'm Ariana Lopez.
And I'm Hannah Santomassimo. Please stay tuned for a special announcement from Mr. Torriello.
Have a fearless Friday and a winning weekend. Go Knights!
Good morning, Mars Hills. Every once in a while, it feels imperative to a building principal to share a piece of communication with the school community and the community at large, focusing on decorum and appropriate conduct at school events. The nature of this announcement is not necessarily pleasant to share, but certainly necessary. It involves an expectation and a standard of conduct required by your administration and by the entire district. An expectation to project and uphold a profile of behavior that speaks to the kind of tradition that has long defined Mars Hills in all of its many dimensions. That tradition runs deep, anchored by pride, by school spirit, and by a foundation of respect that must remain uncompromised by all. That tradition must be visible and consistent on every playing field, at every event, and at every function. That tradition represents who we are what we require of ourselves, and how we embrace a spirit of respect and civility. Just as our athletes and our coaches hold themselves to the highest standards of personal conduct, so too must our fans and our spectators. Ethical conduct is central to our history. I chose to make this announcement this morning as we approach the Hills Knowles football game scheduled for this evening under the lights at Gifford Field. My message, however, is one that holds true for all contests and events, regardless of the school. Unfortunately, 2 years ago, the athletic contest between Hills and Knowles resulted in conduct unbecoming a Scarlet Knight fan, and we will not tolerate a repeat performance, if even by a few. Instead of healthy and spirited competition, we witnessed some disappointing and serious infractions. Some students came to the game under the influence of alcohol, resulting in suspension consequences. Some students displayed blatant disrespect toward members of the Morris Knowles marching band. And some decided to chant and cheer in a derogatory way rather than to join a chorus of good, clean, spirited support for our athletes and coaches. All of this created an atmosphere of negativity and ill will, certainly not reflective of our character as a high school. We compete with Morris Knowles as our sister school within one district. We are athletic competitors, not enemies. The same is true for all schools we meet competitively. Any student or spectator who intends to exhibit behavior that falls short of the highest standards of conduct should really remain home. Last year, I appealed to our students and fans to revisit their conduct and their responsibility to uphold our high standards. The response was overwhelmingly positive. I make that appeal once again this year and trust the response shall be positive. None of us can afford to tolerate immature, hurtful, or disrespectful exchanges, and we will not. To ensure an atmosphere of respectful competition, I have instructed game officials, site managers, security personnel, and Mr. Haraka to stop an event if need be and remove any misguided individual or group from the arena without an option to return. Please do not ever place yourselves in the position of dismantling a reputation that serves us well. Please know that I am extremely proud to be your principal and to partner with you on whatever turf we occupy. Let's continue to count on each other and command the kind of personal dignity that puts schools on the map in the most positive of ways. How we represent ourselves is how we represent Morris Hills High School. We find no joy in consequencing poor behavior. Rather, we want to celebrate spirited and appropriate behavior. Let's join the chanting for that. Thank you.